Hi, everybody. I am Dr. Lisa Rodenberg, and I will be your instructor for 16-375-501 Environmental Science Analysis. So I've been teaching this class now since 2019. So I taught it 1 year before the pandemic, and then after the pandemic, it moved because of the pandemic, it moved to totally online asynchronous, and people seem to like it that way. So we're going to stick with that. So yeah, it's completely online. No synchronous content. You never have to be physically present at the Rutgers University campus for this class. However, I am still a real human being. I'm not computer generated, I swear to God. If I was, would I be this crazy? So I'm a real human being, and you can meet with me. I will have regular office hours for the class. Right now I'm thinking Tuesday, Thursday from like 2 to 5, but I need to figure a couple things out. I'm actually going to audit Dr. Jin's new class, which is on Monday afternoons. So I think Tuesday, Thursday, but stay tuned to the announcements on Canvas for details about that. And I know that many people who take this class are people who work full time. I totally get that. And so the 2 to 5 p.m. is not going to work for you. So you just have to let me know, and I'm happy to schedule appointments with you at other times. Usually 7 o'clock is like a good time after I eat dinner. Puck drop is at 7:10. So before 7:10 is good. But I'm always happy to meet with you. That's my job. I want to help you get through this class. I am not naive enough to think that I can teach a whole class without having to interact with students. I hope that you are not naive enough to think that you can get through a whole class without having to interact with your professor. You will need to come to office hours to survive the class. I promise you, unless you already know everything, which I always get 1 or 2 people a year who already know all this content, and they're in the MBS program and they just need the credits, and it's fine. That's fine. I don't care, whatever. What I ask in that case is that make yourself available to the other people in the class who might benefit from your expertise. Okay. So office hours, best way to contact me is by email, lisa.rodenberg@rutgers.edu. I don't always get the messages that you might send through Canvas. Okay, I'm not tech savvy, I admit it. I should be better. But the best way to reach me is to just email me directly, not through Canvas. Okay, so this is a truly graduate level class. For many of you, it is your first graduate class, hence the number 501. And so a lot of you I know are in the 4+1 program, and this is the first truly graduate level class you have ever taken. And that has its pluses and its minuses. The big plus is no exams. Yay! There's no exams. There's not even a final. There's no exams. Yay! But the minus is that it's truly graduate level work. You're going to come up with your own ideas and you're going to do your own research in this class. And that can be really challenging. And it might be the first time that you've been stretched to really think beyond just the plug and chug. So the way that this works is that the grades are based on homework and a final project. The homework will be due every week, like clockwork, to force you to keep up with the pace of the class. And so to force you to keep up, I will charge late points. If you give it your best shot and you turn in something that's not perfect, that's fine. I'll let you keep revising it. But if you just don't turn in anything at all, I have to take points off unless you've made an arrangement with me ahead of time. I understand that there's often, shit happens, life is complicated, everybody's busy. There may be times when you can't turn things in on time. That's fine. You just have to let me know. What I don't want is to get to the end of the semester and I haven't heard a peep out of you all semester, and then suddenly you show up and say, oh, I'm sorry, I had a death in the family. Well, you should have told me that at the beginning. So whatever's going on with you, you just need to let me know. So you will have homework that's due every week on Wednesday. That's why I was going to have office hours Tuesday afternoon, so that I'm available when you're trying to do the homework and getting stuck. And then that's for the first, I think, 12 weeks. And then those homeworks count as half of all the points you need to get your grade in this class. The other half will be your final project. And so I've worked this out so that mathematically you can't just not do your final project. You need to do a final project that's not a total piece of crap, and you will get a B and you will be fine. That's why the homework is half and the final project is half. Now, if you're lucky and you're good, and definitely a combination of the two, the homeworks that you turn in along the way, you can sort of bundle them together and they will be your final project. They're not going to be totally disconnected. You'll be working with the same data set as you go through most of the time. And so you can bundle all those homeworks together, and that will be a big part of your final project. So you are going to be analyzing your own data. And by that, I mean, it could be literally your own data that you collected. Sometimes people have laboratory-based data or sensor-based data or whatever. They use their own data, or you can scrape some data off the internet. And the first couple of weeks of class will be all about how to find the data that you're interested in and, harvest it off the internet. And again, you'll follow the same data set through. There'll be some homework assignments where your data isn't appropriate for that assignment. Like, for example, there's one about time series. And if you don't have a time component to your data, then that's not going to work. And you'll need to go get a different data set just for that assignment. But most of the time, you'll be working with the same data the whole time. Okay, so the way this works is each week will be a module. The module starts with some background reading and maybe some videos that you need to watch. Then the next step is that I will give you some example code and example data and ask you to run that code with that data so that you have a practice that will work. And then the third step, which is the thing that you will typically turn in for your homework, is for you to use that tool that you've just learned about and apply it to your own data. And that's what you'll turn in. A lot of what we're going to do is just in Excel, but we are also going to learn introductory level R programming. I assume that you know zero about R when you enter this class, like zip, nada, nothing. So don't worry. I know it can be scary programming for the first time, but I'm not a frightening person, I promise. I assume you know nothing, and we start from ground zero. Now, something new has happened since December when I last finished teaching this class, and that's a little thing called ChatGPT. And I have actually used ChatGPT to do programming, and it can be very helpful. And even if I wanted to ban you from using ChatGPT, I don't think I'd be able to. How can I police that? So I'm going to allow it. You are free to use ChatGPT and any other tools at your disposal. That's what programming is. So to be clear, something that you should understand about programming. Programming is plagiarism. That's all it is. It's stealing from other things. You don't write code like you're sitting down to write the great American novel. You don't start with A Dark and Stormy Night. No, you swipe code from the internet, from wherever, and then you adapt it for your needs. So there's nothing wrong with that. The final project cannot be plagiarized. It's going to be a written report that cannot be plagiarized. But the code, knock yourself out. That's what programming is plagiarism. So I'm okay with you using ChatGPT. My sense is, from having used it and all of these other tools, is that it helps you with the how. How do I do this? How do I do this regression? How do I analyze the data? How do I do this? But it will not help you with the why. Why am I doing this? What are you trying to learn? What's the question you're trying to answer? ChatGPT won't help you with that. So what it's going to do is free us up to spend more time thinking about why and less time working on the how. And I'm okay with that. Let's see what else. Discussion boards. I know in the past, students frequently will create like a Discord group or something for this class. I'm totally in favor of that. It tends to work better if I'm not a member of it, so that's fine. I get that you guys want to talk about me behind my back. It's cool. I can handle it. But this is a collaborative class. This class is designed to be collaborative. I want you guys to work together. By all means, go all, reserve room 334 and go sit in there and work together, or in the instructional computing lab or whatever, and work together. I'm totally 100% in favor of that. In fact, that's the way that the homework is structured, so that you will upload your homework to a Google Drive and you'll be able to see everybody else's homework. So if you get stuck, you can go look at other people's work. That's fine. Because again, the final project is you analyzing your own data. And unless you're going to pay somebody to do that for you, I don't see how you can plagiarize that. Okay. What else? Yeah. The only other thing I will say is that, I'm a very compassionate human being. I get that we all have stuff going on. We work hard. We've got families and lives and stuff going on. So if you have any kind of issues where you can't you're struggling to keep up or you're having trouble getting things in on time, just come talk to me about it. I'm here. I will be flexible with you about dates and deadlines. It's a graduate level class. You're not freshmen anymore. I don't expect you to, that's ridiculous. All those deadlines, the important thing is just that you keep up with the pace. And if you do get stuck and you can't keep up, you need to come talk to me and then we will work something out. All right. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all virtually and maybe in person. I will be on campus some of the time. I'm just not sure exactly when. As I mentioned, I'm hoping to audit Dr. Jin's class, which is Monday afternoons. I think it's from 3 to 5 or 2 to 5 on Mondays. So I will be around for that, which means probably Monday mornings I'll be around. Otherwise, I will see you on Zoom and looking forward to working with you this semester. Bye.